Green was like the illicit color.
Hey everybody, we're riding the Essex County Express choo-choo to do some more player card reviews. We're starting with Bandolier. Costs 2, commits for a fist. It's an asset. It's a coat, a shirt one. You rarely see these ones. These ones are probably the least common. You have one additional hand slot, which can only be used to hold a weapon asset. I have not played many blue characters.
All right, Brent. So do you want to go? You want me to go first? Tell you why I think this card's
sure.
bad, or do you want?
I have a defense for it.
Okay. So the reason I think this card is bad is because it costs 2 to play, which
It's hard.
isn't awful for 0 experience. Like it does have it going for it. The cost 0 experience. I'll give it that. But it takes up your chest slot, which blue is like the color that has real options for that, and they're all kind of insane. It only commits for 1 punch, so like if you're not playing it, you're kind of throwing it away. And I know that you're going to say that's good in the big game hunter thing, but I think that in general that archetype is bad, and that the experience that you would have to spend to make it good on the big weapons is better spent on buying things like Brother Xavier and Vicious Blow to make your average fighter better.
All right, so first thing I'm going to say about this is if you're playing a big game hunter blue deck, all the big guns cost 2 hands. You don't want to throw away your machete or your survival knife or whatever it is you're carrying in your other hand to fight with normally in order to put your gun into play. That being said, I think this card is best when you're playing Will Yorick, because it makes it so that you can carry whatever your other weapon is, but also baseball bat and like newspaper.
I mean, I think, this card does seem like it's best in Yorick.
Yeah.
I just made a note here. I'm surprised, especially considering what we're coming to later in this pack, that this card should be permanent without the health on it, because it kind of does the same thing of those. And I
it
feel
should cost experience to be permanent. I agree.
Yeah, like 100%, because
maybe that's the upgraded version we'll see fantasy play.
Yeah, in the return to
you get an upgraded version of this.
I mean, if it was permanent,
who knows? We'll get,
what we're getting for our
highest education.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say we're gonna upgrade versions of all the permanents. We're gonna get like level 3 exceptional strange solutions, upgraded shortcut. Which moves
in all
everyone
fairness,
near space somewhere else.
They did say recently that highest education and Key of the East and Rex were all on their list of things to fix.
Errata.
Because they found those to be problems.
So yeah, like highest education, if you will. Like the upgraded version of higher education is just going to cost like 5 and be the same card. Yeah. And say like you're not allowed to play higher education.
Yeah. But yeah, this card I think should be permanent. Cost experience and be permanent.
Yeah, that might not be a bad thing.
Even if it was just in blue, which is like the weapon class, I think should be the case.
Yeah, probably. It is a little bit weird, especially with this pack having like Relic Hunter and Charisma, that this doesn't just like cost. I mean, like I don't think it's worth 3 experience, but I think that they probably 2 I'd play that. I'm not sure I'd pay 3 for it unless I was playing Yorick. But
yeah, I think pretty much that is the place where this card shines, is when you're playing Will Yorick and you're like,
because you did have it in your deck and you were taking advantage of it.
You also have to like use a card to play this.
No, you don't. You can discard it for +1 fist and then play it after you kill the enemy. You discard it for the fist. Well,
and once again, like William York, this is a little bit different.
Yeah, this card is a lot better.
I'm with Bryn, but otherwise I'm with Travis. Otherwise, this just seems too slow.
Otherwise,
for the number of cards, we were just like, man, this card's trash except for one specific situation. So we're ruling it as trash. But this one, we're like, this card's trash except for one specific situation, so it's good.
Like, I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying that's where I find it positive.
I wasn't directed towards you.
Like the difference here is that the situation is when you get to pick when you build your deck at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, okay.
Right, like the situation is you're playing Will Yorick and you get to say that I'm doing that for the rest of this campaign every time.
Now, I think
unless
the biggest
I die,
shame,
in which case no problem, I'm not playing Bandolier anymore.
I think the biggest shame though is that there is this card, in my opinion, should have been permanent.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And experience.
Next blue card, Stand Together. 0 to play, 3 experience, commits for 2 blue. It's an event. Choose an investigate location. Both you and the investigator draw 2 cards and gain 2 resources. This card's so good.
This card is
very good. Yeah. The only trouble with it is that it costs 3 experience, and you don't always have that to spare because you're buying beat cops and probably upgraded vicious blows.
But like later in the campaign, if you're doing a campaign,
this is just a very solid filler card, especially in blue, where you're desperate for resources a lot of the time.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't play this solo. There's a lot of blue cards that get really shitty solo, and this is
one of them.
Yep. Because you actually can't play it. It says there in the FAQ.
Ever.
But yeah, I mean, like, there's not much to say about this card other than the fact that it's It commits for 2 brains
Yeah,
as well.
it even
so.
commits for 2 brain. Like it does a lot
really
of
good.
things.
It's worth the 3 experience. Next card is Yellow, Art Student. 2 to play, commits for a book. After Art Student enters play, discover clue your location. 1 to play and 1 heart and 2 brain. Takes up your ally slot. While not quite having as bodacious art as a research assistant, laboratory assistant, sorry. Like significantly better, I think.
Yeah.
Not significantly, but like
It is
It's
better.
very good.
Like they both work well in the same deck where you're playing calling in favors and you're like, operator, I'm going to need you to hang up. I'm trying to call my friend who's a student. He doesn't have a phone.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a phone.
Yeah.
I personally find that like this card's very good, but depending on your scenario, I sometimes find that 2 resources is
a lot.
a lot.
Sometimes.
But like if there's a high shroud location, this art student's like much better at you than for finding clues there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And as you get to higher difficulties, of course, just
You
being
would
able
just
to
wanna
do things
not,
without not.
Yeah.
Without testing.
And
Yep.
with Norman Withers, being able to play her off the top of your deck for 1 feels like the greatest thing in the world.
I
it's-
imagine it does.
And the roll index, like being able to
Being
follow
able
the
to
theme of
discover
being able
key
to get
clues,
clues
yeah.
without actually investigating is
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And soaking 2 brain damage. That's
Which
like
is also super important for that
50%
deck.
of how many you get. Next yellow card. This one's insane. Also makes Rex into like the superhero that every child dreams of being.
Commits for 2 book. If the skill test is successful, investigate a location, discover 1 additional clue. 2 additional clues instead if it succeeds by 2
Yeah,
or
if you
more.
succeed
This gives
by
you plus 2.
or
You succeed by 2 where you get 4 as
if
Rex.
you're Rex. Anyway, like I mean, this card,
There's so many. That's
this
like
card just seems
Then
good.
you set up I've got
playing
a
a-
plan, shoot thing with lightning. And
not even that. You say that you have a 4-player game. That's usually like a lot of times that's all of them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that's insane.
very good card.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible in Rex. It's also very good. It's like just a very good yellow in any of their clue
Yeah.
getting. Yeah.
No, like I mean, like Rex is
Rex
just
is
the best
just
case
God.
scenario, but like this is still like a very very strong card in every yellow deck.
This card is almost always worth the 2 experience.
Yeah.
Like buy your higher education first.
Because you're not trying.
Maybe your Pathfinder.
Or maybe you're buying them or you haven't bought a higher education pack yet.
Yeah, like if you don't own higher education yet, cool. This card's great.
Yeah.
Buy it first, maybe.
pay experience for this.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the other thing.
It's worth 2.
Green cards, Bryn. I have things to like actually say about these ones.
Okay.
First one's I'm out of here. 0 to play event commits for 2 feet. Trick Spirit. Play only if there's a scenario card with a resign ability and play resign, you get the hell out of here. This card's like very niche. Sometimes it's really good, but like
Yeah.
a lot of time, this is one of those niche cards where adaptable shines.
Yes, because this is the one where I was playing when we did Jenny and I had adaptable, and I was just like, oh, this one has a resign. Because it's also just a manual dexterity without the card draw, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if there's no resign, this card is just
Manual dexterity, but worse.
yeah. But like if then in the times you're gonna remember it when
Yeah,
you escape with
when
it.
this card works,
It's
man,
great.
this saves you like 6 actions or whatever. You're stuck in the depths of an insane asylum, killing a madman because you had to for experience because you're real greedy.
Yeah, no, I'm out of here.
And you're just like, nah, man, I'm gone.
But
in
yeah.
the catacombs, everything's falling down around you, no problem. I'm out.
Like, don't worry.
But
about
if
it.
there's
Yeah,
no
I'm just
resign-
down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like
it's
with
pretty
adaptable,
simple.
I think this card, this is the one that you can easily just cycle in.
Especially given like some of the recent releases, there are a couple of scenarios where escaping matters a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you don't do it, maybe you die, maybe not. Who knows? But like, it's not good.
So next green card, Switchblade level 2. 1 to play, 2 experience. Commits for a punch in the foot. Fast. Action fight, you get +2 punch for this attack. If you succeed by 2 or more, this attack deals +1 damage, takes up 1 hand. We were pretty hard on base Switchblade, which was well deserved, I still feel.
So
But this is like a good green weapon.
yeah, base Switchblade is only playable if you have 1 copy of the core set and nothing else.
Yeah.
And you insist on playing skids.
When you've put every other green card
And-
and a neutral card
No,
in
no,
your
no,
deck,
no,
and
there
you're
are
like,
some
wow, I
worse green
still
cards. Like,
only
this
have
card, like,
31
base one
cards,
is
or
okay.
39 cards. 29, that's what this
Base
card
one's not
game
god
requires.
awful.
Yeah, it is.
It's not good. I
No.
would never try to play it unless I felt there was no better choice.
Man, I would rather
Like
just
the
play
first
2
time we-
copies
the
of
first time we
Overpower
played.
than like base Switchblade, man.
The first time we played, it was like, well, Switchblade's the best weapon I have.
Mm-hmm.
So I played it. And it
So
didn't
4
feel
players,
terrible.
it's
There were
sets,
4
I
of us. So, you know, like, if I had literally another choice, I would have made it.
I wouldn't mind.
This one?
Yeah.
This one I don't actually mind including in my deck. I'm pretty okay with this Switchblade as a weapon playing a green character. It's fast, so you just get to sit there with it in your hand in case you need to discard it for a test that you need to succeed. And then if somebody engages you, you're just like and you stab them. That's it.
No, Switchblade level 2 is, man, okay, so
It's good.
I think this card gets my vote for, like, most improved.
Yeah, there is.
Because, like, Switchblade level 0 is trash, and this one's, like, actively good.
I don't believe you can choose a percentage to describe how much better this card is than the original one, because no matter how many times you multiplied the original one by itself,
It doesn't matter
it's
how
still
many
zero.
it
times.
would still be garbage. Like 0 is still 0.
Yeah.
Okay, purple cards. You got Hypnotic Gaze, 3 to play event. Commits for a punch in a foot, fast. Play when an enemy attacks and investigate a location, not just you. Cancel the attack, then reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If it's a bullshit token, deal the attacking enemy's damage to itself. As well as rare cards where...
It's good.
Yeah, getting the bad tokens is good.
Yeah, this card looks pretty good, but I think it's only really any good playing Safina. Like a lot of events that are green or purple.
I played it a little bit in Father Mateo. It's not awful. Like, if you're not the
it's not
combat
good-
focused
it's
one,
not
it's
good,
okay.
though.
No, there's a new card that makes it, like, quite good from the Dark Prophecy from Forgotten Age that lets you, like, when you draw a chit, you can choose, or you get to draw 5 chits instead and choose a bullshit one to draw.
Okay.
And, like, this makes this
Yeah, that would make this
significant.
card better.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's
not terrible.
It's a bad dodge.
Yeah, it's dodge, but costs 3 times as much.
Yeah. And I think also,
Sometimes does
of the
something
note,
else.
the damage that it deals, the biggest shame with this is that you hear that and you think, oh my god, the enemy's going to destroy itself. Like, yeah, you basically save an attack or 2 on it, but ultimately, more often than not, it's not going to have like a huge impact
The
on
important part in it, like...
The important part of it is not taking the damage yourself.
Yes.
Like, when I look at it, I'm like, dodging the attack is worth, like, 1 experience, or 1 cost. Like, dealing the damage back is worth, like, 1, maybe 1.5. So this card costs, like, 1, maybe 1.5. Or, like, 0.5 to 1 resources, a little bit too much. And just, like, for flexibility.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the biggest hindrance is that it costs 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it costs 2, I think it would be...
I'd be very happy to play
Yeah,
it.
it's definitely best in Safina, where you want to play a ton of events in your deck. And like, we'll talk about that.
That being
later,
said,
but
for, like, purple level 0 cards, it's solid.
it's not
It is,
terrible,
yeah. That's definitely...
There's a lot of worse choices you can make.
You could pick.
I would play
Switchblade
this over
level-
Song of the
you
Dead.
You could play Switchblade level 0.
Yeah.
And that would be a worse choice of a level 0 card.
Level 3 Shriveling, it's an asset, commits for brain and a fist, uses 4 charges, spend 1 charge, fight. This attack uses brain instead of fist. You get +2 brain and deal +1 damage. If it's one of the evil symbols, take 1 horror, it costs a spell slot.
Yeah, so we were talking about Switchblade starting at, like, level 0 and then, like, being, like, great for level 2. Like, Shrivelings, there's a level 0, level 3, and level 5, and they're just, like, a solid ramp. They just, like, get better and, like, you know what to expect. They just get
sometimes
better.
you're playing Agnes and you're like, if I reveal a bullshit token, I get to take 1 horror.
Yeah, I deal 3 damage to you. Like, this, and obviously it's not as good as the 5 cost one, because it costs more experience. But this is just, like...
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, like, if you're...
It's a good on the upgrade. You don't feel bad about stopping in the middle, because...
Yeah, no, this is a... Like, even then, like, a lot of times I would choose to stop at the 2 level 3 Shrivelings before I got the level 5s. And, like, look at other options, because purple experience cards are the same. The newest set, one of the... What's it called? Not the newest set, but, like, the newest... small pack. Arcane Research. Makes this cost 2 to upgrade, which is pretty neat. For the low cost of 1 mental trauma.
Yep.
Below.
And that's not that bad.
No, this is just, like, this is just really, really solid.
Yeah.
Newspaper. Extra,
Newspaper is
read all
so
about
good.
it.
Yeah, no, this card is, like, what really solidified the identity for Red as being, like, good at everything, but, like, in niche situations.
Yeah, like green is good at everything if you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah. Yellow's just...
like purple is good at everything as long as you're willing to
Take some
die
risks.
when you fail.
Take some-
Yeah. High risk, high reward.
And green or like purple, red, the other color, is just good at things assuming that you meet a certain set of criteria.
Yep.
Before you try.
Yeah.
Newspaper level 1, like, it's very
Newspaper
rare. I'm not
level
happy
1
to have it.
It's pretty okay. Like, would I put it in the beginning of my deck at the beginning? Maybe. It depends if I'm playing baseball bat or not. I think really, because I don't want to
Depends on
discard
who you're
it for
playing
nothing.
too.
It does depend who you're playing.
With
The upgraded one, is very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
That was the
Yeah.
talk.
Lure.
This card's trash.
Attach your location during the enemy phase. Each enemy that moves does so along the shortest path towards the attached location instead of to where it would normally move.
The only
While attached at the end of the round, discard lure.
the only time I could ever think that I would want this is like during that one Dawn sharing we have to track down the birds.
Yeah. The other time I
And
could
even
think...
then, I've never spent my experience like mind.
I guess you could use this to make Urmordoth move away from you.
Yeah, for one turn, that's great.
But then he has to move back through his the place.
So the thing that I think is
Alright.
this
Yeah, but
is
someone has to
probably this card's probably the best at is when you're playing solo when you can't accidentally move an enemy into another player, right? Because that's that's where we don't want that's where this really hurts with multiple players is that you have other players to consider.
Yeah,
right?
you can always just be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, this guy's got Hunter. He's just gonna go to the blue.
I'll be honest, at the
whatever,
one
no
experience
problem.
cost, I think the best.
Oh, it costs one
Wait.
experience?
Yeah,
It does cost.
I think that
experience.
where this
Fine.
card is best is when you commit for 2 foot.
I would
Yes.
rather, instead of buying any of these, buy like an upgraded Lucky and just be like, well, we're never buying lures ever.
Are you kidding me? For like the fact that these cost an experience, I would rather just have like 2 experience in my pool and not make my deck. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Like this could be one of those cards that, like in the future, there might be a scenario where this card can become good, but even then, it costs one experience, so it's very hard to take advantage of it.
don't play this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a lot better. You could spend it on one of the cards like Fire Extinguisher that exile itself and aren't very good.
Yeah.
And then you get a free level 0 card to replace it with. I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Relic Hunter, permanent. You have one additional accessory slot.
Uh,
Not as good as
This is
Charisma.
not as good
Yeah,
as
we're
the
getting
next
that.
card, but like this card can be OP.
I think there's not as many.
I wouldn't say it's OP, but like it's there just aren't as many
It's like-
necklace things.
Yeah.
There's a couple characters who it's good for. It's good for Agnes, so she can have her.
Did you buy one for Carolyn, or did you?
I don't remember. No, I bought charismas for.
No, you
Caroline
had this one.
Because you had your
Oh,
Key
yes,
of
I
Ys
have the
and
Key,
your
yeah.
So you could wear the Key of Use and the St. Hubert's Key.
So like the good things are like the St.
Key
Hubert's key,
Tribal, right?
and then who else
Yeah,
has the things?
Key Tribal.
Um,
Yeah, this card is mostly good because Key of Use
Agnes
is
because of
a
her
thing.
necklace, right?
Agnes has a necklace, and Wendy also has a necklace.
Yeah.
For her
Zoe
signature.
also has a necklace, which could be important if you wanted to buy Elder Sign Amulet.
Maybe.
Yeah.
However, I don't think I would pay 3 for this.
yeah, there's just
Playing,
not enough.
playing a blue character, like there's so
there's
much
bad
more
things.
that you need
Like I mean,
to do.
especially now that there's stuff like I mean, like we banned Key of Ys at our table,
Yeah.
but like I mean, like in the future,
Yeah.
Relic Hunter could be very broken, just like its cousin.
Not even
over
then,
here.
like for like Agnes, I'd be quite happy to buy one of these. I think, because like I kind of like I want to play St. Hubert's Key. I kind of want to play like Rabbit's Foot, and like I also want to play her signature.
I guess when I said broken, I mean
Yeah.
more ubiquitous. When we had 4 copies of Charisma at our table when
Yeah.
we played Path to Carcosa.
Man, after playing this game for like 2 years, fuck Charisma. I'm so sick of seeing this. Like it's so good, and like it's always good, and
It's just very good.
it should cost more experience or some shit, or like it'd be only a green card or some garbage. I don't know, man.
I think if this card was exceptional
Yeah.
and cost 2,
Yep.
it would be fine because then you'd be paying 4 experience for it. You
know,
could only have 1. I'm not completely certain that having a second permanent does what I think it does.
What do you mean?
Well, like if you have 2 of them, does it give you 2 extra ally slots,
Yeah,
or are
I
you
think
even
so.
allowed to
Yep.
buy a second
Yeah,
permanent
you
with the
can.
same name?
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
It's not
I don't
unique.
know.
Yeah, it's not unique, and it would say limit 1 per like where Lone Wolf has limit 1 per investigator.
Yeah. Like you
Yeah.
should be limited to 1 charisma. Like there's so it's just I'm so sick of seeing it, and like every time I see like a green deck or like a red deck, I'm like, man, I'd love to be able to play a ally that isn't, or like a blue deck. I'm like, man, there's so many allies I want to have him play. I guess I'll just buy charisma because that's what it does.
Yep. Yeah.
I think allies are a little too good right now.
Yeah, I
and Charisma
imagine
just feeds that.
that'll change eventually, and we'll see like better cards and other types.
I mean, I would imagine this
Or
is
like-
an errata coming out for Charisma too one day
Yeah.
in the future, because it's
Just like limit 1 per Vesker, I wouldn't even be mad about.
Yeah, like
Just
if
the fact
you,
that
if
you
you
can-
could, if
man,
you could
like-
only have 1 instead of being able to stack them.
Like if you're like, yeah, you can like proxy cards for your, like I could just like, buy so many Christmas and just have like a billion
Well,
allies.
you can only have 2, right?
Oh yeah,
you're not
I guess.
allowed to have more than 2 in your deck.
So like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, we
And
had
this is
4 at
still-
our
like,
table.
even though this doesn't begin the game in your deck, it is still a card in your deck,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Or like part of your deck.
Yeah.
Not a card in your deck. It doesn't take up one of the
I
spots
think this card is
of the cards.
I think this card is a little bit of a design mistake.
Yeah, if you could only play one.
Not the
It's
biggest
probably
one
okay.
of this block, like not even like third biggest for this like cycle, which is saying something. But like, this is a mistake on Fantasy Play's part.
On the plus side, Charlie Kane's in the art, and he always makes
And
me
he's
happy.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm also sick of seeing his smug ass face.
Yeah, well,
Just you wait till he gets released as a character, because he's all I'm gonna play.
Well,
with.
Look at
man,
him. He's like smoking. He's like shaking this one guy's hand who's brought him 2 drinks. he's got like
this
one
is
guy who's
luxury.
holding the guy on his left holding an extra like cigar from him, and the guy
yeah, that's
behind him was like
probably his own
massaging his
cigar,
shoulder.
and He's trying to get his attention.
This is
They're all
all
trying
for,
to get his
this is
attention.
all for Charlie. Charlie, I brought you a cigar.
Charlie, I brought you 2 drinks. Charlie, I'll rub your shoulder.
Oh, thank God for Charlie Kane.
Can you wait for the Charlie Kane card where the artwork is him wrestling a vampire? Well, or killing a vampire while wrestling an elephant, like at the same time.
I honestly, the 2 things I'm most excited for in this game is Charlie Kane and Charlie Kane's strengths and weaknesses. That's all I want.
His
I hope we
he's
don't
like
get
a personal
Preston
researcher or
Fairmont
some shit.
instead, because that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I'm excited for when Dexter. All right, we're gonna stop this recording, but Dexter Drake, Bryn's gonna play him, and it's gonna suck.